Hey, so I've been talking like that for 1 minute and I was on mute. Hey, babe. Awesome. Anyway, welcome back to Thriving Lessons with Dr. G. This is Dr. Grace Kakari, but I go by Dr. G on social media. You are very welcome wherever you are joining us from. You may be joining us from Facebook. We have multiple pages at Thrive with Doc G, at Thriving Generation Africa, and Foster Radio and TV. You may also be joining us from YouTube, where we are streaming onto Thriving Generation with Dr. G, or on LinkedIn or on Twitter at Thrive with Doc G. I am so excited to have you here this week. Let's take a moment to settle in. I'm going to turn around looking at the other platforms, making sure that everything is live, and then we will get started from there. Settle in. When you get here, please say hello. Let us know where you are joining us from and take a moment to share the link with someone. Okay. We are thriving, but we are thriving with all our friends and loved ones. We don't want to thrive by ourselves. Okay. So take a moment, share. Make sure that people know that we are live and they can join us for today's thriving lesson. You are very, very welcome. Okay, so I see that we are live on okay. I see live on Facebook. Excellent. I think everything is looking good. But when you get here, please say hello. That will help me know that we are really streaming live and I'm still not talking on my own. Okay? Let's see. All right. Okay. All right. Let's connect. Let's be friends. Wherever you are joining us from. Please don't judge my voice. Hi, Dr. G. I'm joining live from YouTube. Wonderful. Thanks, Isaac. I hope you can hear me okay. I spent the first 1 minute talking on mute. So if you join and you are not hearing anything, it's just for a second. Everything will be all right. Okay. So we've been going through a holistic wellness series. It's been an exciting experience. We've gone through um, physical wellness, we've gone through environmental wellness, we've gone through social wellness, we've gone through emotional wellness, and today we are going on to look at occupational wellness. Why are we taking time to look at our wellness? We've come to understand that to have a balanced, thriving life, we need to pay attention to several aspects of our lives. So, as thriving friends, instead of just focusing on making money or focusing on making friends or focusing on enjoying our professional lives and thriving there, which we have to, we are going to thrive in all these areas. But we also want to take a moment to focus on all the other aspects of our lives. We are not saying that they will all be perfect. We are not saying that we will be perfect, but we are saying that we will not leave any area of our lives neglected. So that is why we look at our lives holistically and we are taking the next few weeks to explore what holistic wellness is. So we've gone through holistic wellness. What is it? We've gone through physical wellness. We've gone through emotional wellness. Last week we looked at environmental wellness. And then this week we are going on to look at occupational wellness. This is an exciting one. Most of us love to thrive professionally. We want to be known for something. We want to be seen for something. But when you look at occupational wellness, several things, sorry, comes up. You should probably Google and you will see things like allowing yourself to explore various careers, right? Giving yourself the opportunity to explore in different careers. You will also see things like encourages you to pursue opportunities you enjoy the most. So when you think about occupational wellness, you are thinking about enjoying opportunities that you love, right? Going for things that you enjoy. Also, you see something like doing exactly what you want to do in life. You know that you are thriving in your occupation when you are doing something exactly what you really want to do. I want you to be thinking about these things even as I run through, and then we are going to grade ourselves. Okay. If we believe that we are doing well occupationally, right? How about feeling inspired and challenged at work? Is that how you feel when you get to work every day? Occupational wellness. What is occupational wellness to you? You may also come across something like feeling good at the end of the day about your work accomplishment. Is that familiar to you? Do you feel good at the end of every day? At the end of Monday, you feel like, yeah, I am doing what I really want to do. I'm enjoying what I really love in life. This is it. This is it. I found what I want to do in life. Or seeing something like balance between work and leisure. So, occupational wellness will mean different things to different people, no lie about that. But it's the ability to achieve balance between your work and your leisure, it's the ability to do things you enjoy doing, it's the ability to enjoy opportunities that bring you joy, right? So, all the little things that I was sharing with you, thinking about all of them, where would you grade yourself? When we talk about your occupational wellness, where would you say you are now on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being the least, and then 10 being the highest possible. How are you thriving in your occupation? Don't worry, your boss will not see it. Your boss will not see it. Let's share. What are you thinking when it comes to occupational wellness? Do you think you are balancing between work and leisure? Do you think you are feeling good at the end of the day? At the end of the day, you feel like, yes, I'm doing what I want to do in life. This is fun. Do you feel like you are inspired? At the same time, you are challenged to do more every day in terms of your career? Do you feel like you are doing exactly what life, you were brought on earth to do? Like you found your purpose, or at least you're on your way to finding your purpose? How about encouraging you to pursue opportunity you love the most? How do you feel? So let the numbers flow. If you are new here, whenever you see me turn around, it's because I have another screen right here. So I love to turn from left to right, making sure that I don't miss anything on the other platforms. Yeah, so I do that a lot to just make sure that I stay on track and I don't miss anything from our thriving friends. And then I know Isaac is here, so Isaac can also be on the lookout for me if I miss anything from any of our platforms. So where would you rank yourself? I'm looking at all the links. So let's see. Okay, I see a 5. Okay. If you're watching out from LinkedIn, unfortunately, you will not be seeing the comments from Facebook. I don't know why, but that is how it works. I will apologize in advance and encourage you to please continue posting. I'll try my best to watch from here. Yes, I see 6. Okay. Okay, 6 is good. 6 is good. Anything less than 5 will be worrisome. That is why. But there is no judgment, right? There is no judgment. We are not here to judge anybody. We are here to learn. We are here to thrive. So I'll go on and share some tips with you. I think the main thing that when you look at the statistics out there, many people are struggling when it comes to work-life balance. That was the last point and the most cited point when it comes to balancing your occupational wellness or improving your occupational wellness or thriving occupationally. People are finding what they love to do. People are finding opportunities that are paying well. But the main challenge has been the balance between the work and leisure, the ability to go to work, enjoy it, and at the same time come back home and thrive at home. Please know that there is nothing like a perfect life out there. Please know that there's nothing like a perfect occupational wellness. Maybe yours is perfect. You should probably share with us then. Let's learn. Let's learn. I remember one of my bosses said, if you ever find out how to balance life and family, let me know. And I told him, there is nothing like balancing life and family. But there is something about doing something about it, right? It may not be 50-50, but at least 60-40. What we want to avoid is 80-20 at either side, right? You are thriving at work 80%, and then at home, you are like 20% or 90-10. That is really, you can clearly tell that one area is struggling in your life. So we are not daring for 50-50. 50-50 will be perfect. 50-50 will be perfect. But Is that achievable? Yes, definitely. We will work towards that. But at least let our goal be 60-40. One area will not struggle over the other. So, what is work life balance? I'm pretty sure you've heard it a lot. I have heard it a lot. We are still figuring what it is out. But is this the ability to have equal priorities between your work or your career or your profession and your personal life? So the balance between your career and your personal life, that is work life balance. So it's the ability to go to work, feel wonderful at work, give your very best at work. And then when you come home, you don't feel like, oh gosh, where did I just come from? All your energy leaves you. No, but you have the excitement to continue at home. So you can think about a few things when it comes to work life balance. You can think about your schedule. Do you have time for leisure? And when we talk about leisure, it's they are usually things that you are not necessarily getting paid for. They are usually things that bring you joy, relaxation. Are you spending time with your family and friends? Maybe you are married, you have a wife, you have children. Maybe you don't, but are you also committing to some social life, making sure that you are thriving in that area as well? And then, are you thinking about how you spend each day of your life? Are you maybe volunteering in your community? Maybe you are, maybe you are not. But whatever it is, I think we can have a good look at our lives at the different level that we are on. Some people may have more time than others depending on your responsibilities. When I was a college student, the things I had to do are totally different from now that I'm a married woman with children, with a full-time job, and with other responsibilities to the community as well. So my work-life balance will look a little bit different from a college student's work-life balance. And it will also look different from somebody who is not even in college at all. We may have different times in the 24 hours to spare for other things. So I will caution you not to compare yourself to anybody out there, even to the group, to the Thriving Generation group. We are all different, okay? The demands of somebody working overnight will be different from somebody working 5 to 8, and it will be different from somebody who has the flexibility to be working from home. Okay, so we are not doing comparison here. We are looking at our individual lives, our uniqueness, and then going to find strategies that will work for us personally. So I see that Thriving Friends are joining from all over. Thank you all for joining. We are talking about occupational wellness, and right now we are going on to look at some tips to improve our occupational wellness. When you get here, please say hello and then go ahead to like the video wherever you are watching it from and share it. Make sure that other Thriving Friends know that we are online and they can join our discussion. So, what can we do? What are some of the things that we can do to improve our work life balance? I think there are several things out there. When you Google, you will find several tips out there. I would want you to take a moment, no matter what you come across, or even what I share with you today. Take a moment and look at your life, okay? How is this relevant to you as a person? How would you use this in your life? But I think these general tips are important for us to look at. And the first one is no perfectionism. None of us will be perfect. Nothing is perfect in life. When we were college students, we had extra time. We could maybe balance our schoolwork. We were thriving in that area 100%. You had all A's. And then maybe in your dormitory, you were doing awesome there. You have friends. You could go out with your friends. If we don't minimize that mentality now that we are working full time, we may always belittle ourselves. We may always feel like we are failing, or we may be calling for several responsibilities that we may not be able to handle. So maybe it's about time that we get ready to consider a B over an A, depending on what we are working on. Things may not be perfect, but they may be good enough. When it comes to family lives, for me personally, somebody asked me one time, like, how are you balancing everything? How are you doing this and that and that and that? And I said, well, I am sacrificing some things for some things. Okay. It's either I am sacrificing sleep to get some work done, or I'm sacrificing the dishes to get some work done. And the dishes must wait till the next day, and the dishes will be just fine the next day. The dishes will not die. Especially if you have a deadline to meet, you have to just balance things. And know that it won't be perfect. You won't be that perfect mother with the house clean. Maybe now cleaning of the house will just be once a week. And that should be okay if that is how it has to work. It's a stage in life. Once the little ones grow up and they leave the house, you can clean your house every single day if you want, right? But imagine trying to keep up with cleaning and then they are throwing the toys all over again and you are cleaning. You will always feel like you are not doing enough. But that is to a mother, right? What about those who are not mothers? What about young people who want to work out and also get work done and also maybe volunteer in the communities, maybe also take up leadership positions? Look at yourself. What can you do with the time given to you? We all have 24 hours. Even if we decide not to sleep at all within the 24 hours, I don't think we can get everything we desire to do in life done. So think about it and know that there's nothing like a perfect life. There is nothing like perfectionist. Just do your very best. Accept that you are doing the very, very best. Don't do any shabby work, but do the best that you can. Strive to do the best with the time you have, with the schedule you have, but just remain fluid and consistent. Okay. Know that you are a human being. Something will come up, something will not be perfect, but that should be okay as a person. Okay, what is the next thing we can look at? Find a career you enjoy. I think this is an important point and it is a hard one as well. We want to find a good paying job, okay, because we have bills to pay, no lie. We have to wear good clothes, no lie. Okay, we have to eat, no lie. I actually found a picture I want to share with you later on my social media platforms, and it looks like an interview scene, and the interviewer is asking the person, okay, so why do you want to be hired for this job? And I'm just paraphrasing, and the person says something, I have a good passion for paying my bills. Exactly that. You are looking for the job because you have bills to pay. But I don't think that is a good enough reason, okay? Though we have the expectations and we have all these things to achieve, let us work on finding something we are passionate about. Maybe you will start with whatever comes to you, but as you keep on growing, don't stick with it. And I'm speaking to myself as well. We have to thrive, and we cannot thrive if we are working in a toxic environment, if we are working with toxic people, if we are not doing the work that we truly love. At the end of the day, you will come back very, very exhausted, very, very exhausted. People go to work, they come back home, they're excited and they are excited to go back the next day and get some wonderful things done. Others go to work, they come back home and just like, oh, thank God it's Friday. You never want Monday to come because you never want to go back. That is not what we want to do. That is not how we want to thrive. So let's try and find something we are passionate about. What about our third point? The third point is to set boundaries when it comes to people and when it comes to work. The truth is, there are some people who are just toxic. There are some people who are energy drainers. Okay. If there is anything like that, we'll give them the title energy drainers. And there are people who are just time wasted. You have to pay attention to these kinds of people and know how you will limit your time around them. Okay. Set boundaries. Let them know that, hey, this is the time I have for social, maybe lunch hour. After lunch hours, you have to move on and get your work done. If you try to please people, if you try to do anything that comes your way, you will be wasting time and then important things will not be done. When we go for career development workshops as people in academia, they will usually tell you that look at your contract. Okay, which ones are you being paid for? What is your evaluation based on? So some people are hired to do more research than teaching, and some people are hired to do more teaching and less research. Some people are hired to do only research, and some people are hired to do only teaching. Okay, so look at your contract. What is demanded of you? If you're hired to do 50% research and let's say 30% teaching, and then maybe 20% service, sometimes we dedicate some of the time to service, community work, and university work. But if you end up paying attention to teaching and not to your research, at the end of the day, your contract is what you're going to be graded by. Okay. And then your supervisors are going to say, no, you were paid to do research. That is not what you are doing. In the same way, look at whatever field you are working in. Maybe you are given a quote or a quota or a tax to meet by the end of the year? Is that what you are working on? If you're rather taking the time to socialize with clients, which is not bringing in money, at the end of the year, when you are being appraised, what is going to be the grade, right? Think about it. Different fields use different things. So I'm not sure the evaluation that will be used in your field, but think about it and see if you are using your life appropriately, using your time appropriately, and who are the people around you. Do you need them around you? Can you limit some of the time? What about the kind of work you are doing? Can you limit some of it? It's very important we pay attention to the people and the work we do and set boundaries, set healthy boundaries. It's okay to say no. No, I can't do this right now. No, can you consider this next week? No, I'll talk about this later. All right. The fourth one, we are only going through 5 points. So the fourth one is set weekly achievable goals. We may have the wonderful big dream for the month or for the year. It becomes easier when we break them down into smaller bits, and you can break them down into weekly goals. Okay. So at the end of every week, set new goals. Or if you want to do it in the beginning of the week, it's nicer when you do it at the end of the week so that you can keep track when the new week starts. So some people, their week starts on Sunday, others is on Monday. So whenever your week starts, make sure that you have some things written down. If you are going to set boundaries against people and work, you have to know what you are working towards. So if you have your goals, then you can look at it and see that this week, this is what I have to achieve, and I can work towards this. So once you do that, you know that you can spend time at work, you can spend time at home. You know that you've allotted maybe 3 days in the week to work out, you can do that. You know that you've allotted maybe 3 days in the week to cook home meals, you can do that. You know that if you've allotted one day in the week to go to the park with the kids, you can do that. Or every night you go somewhere, you can do that when you have the goal set and then you stick to them. You can set the goals, but if you don't stick to the goals, it's just something on a paper. It will not work. Stick to the goals and get them done. All right. Oh, we have more Thriving friends joining us. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining Thriving Lessons with Dr. G. When you get here, do say hello. I want to see you. And when you see me turning, it's because I'm looking at the other platforms on my other screen right by my side to make sure that I don't miss comments and I don't miss things coming from our Thriving friends. But please consider sharing. Okay, make sure that other friends know that we are live and they can join our conversation. All right, so we're looking at some tips to help us improve our occupational wellness, our work-life balance. And the fifth one, the very last one, is not the least, is the last, but not the least, and that is to unplug. We are human. No matter what we do, we'll get tired, we'll get exhausted. We don't need to wait to get rich before we take vacations. You can take vacations in your mind. You can take, oh, I'm really serious. You can take a break from work. That's what I mean. It's okay. There is no need to judge yourself. There is no need to feel like you have to keep working to feel relevant. At the end of the day, when you die, you are gone. Okay? You are gone. So take a break to exercise, take a break to take care of your health. It is important to relax. It is important to recharge. You do that for your phones, you do that for your car. At the end of the year, or maybe some people do it every 6 months, every 3 months, you take your car to the service center. They change the oil, they check the batteries, they check the tires, not because the car broke down, but you are servicing the car. You want the car to keep running for weeks, months, years to come. So you take a moment, schedule the appointment, take your car in, and then they check the car, fix what needs to be fixed and what don't needs to be fixed. They tell you, oh, this is good, that is good. Check back in 6 months, or check back in 3 months, or check back in 1 year. If you do that for your car, can you do that for yourself as well? For those of us abroad where we have changes in season, winter and then the summer, at the end of one season, you make sure that you prepare for the other seasons. So in the winter season, you make sure that your heat is working, they've come to clean the air, they've done this, they've done that. Not because it's broken, but you are not waiting for it to break. Because when it breaks, it becomes more expensive to fix than when you are just servicing. It's the same with the human. It's the same with our body. We don't keep pushing until we break. Then you have to spend the rest of your time in the hospital and then paying bills. Take a break. Take care of yourselves, okay? Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a run. Detox, fast, drink a lot of water. There are several strategies that will work for different people, but it's okay. It's okay to unplug. It's okay to take your time and say that, hey, I deserve this. I deserve this. I was having a conversation with a senior mentor, and the person said, oh, you can work a little bit faster and go for tenure track, and that is more like promotion and be promoted faster. And I told her, no, I want to live long. And then she laughed and laughed and laughed. And my point was that there is already enough pressure on human. Okay. There is no need to put extra pressure on myself to do much more than I need to do just because I want quick promotion. It may work for some people, but look at you. I am a mother of little kids under, age. When I become a mother of teenagers, then I'll choose to do whatever I want to do with my life. Yes, then I can go out at night, I can do things. But look at you. Who are you? What stage of life are you in? What can you afford to do? And what can you not afford to do? Mind your own business in simple terms and take care of you. Take care of yourself. We are not the same. That person suggesting going for a vacation in Florida may be able to afford Florida, but maybe you can just afford a 2 hour trip, a 1 hour trip, maybe a 30 minutes trip, or just going to visit any of your relatives, but knowing that you've taken a break from work, you've taken your leave. I know several people who never take their work leaves. They just keep working and keep working and keep working. Take the leave. It's there for a purpose. Even the organizations know that leaves are important for employees. It's not a lot, maybe a few weeks in a year. Take it. Take it and just go and sit home and drink Coke and Fanta. That's okay. That is okay. And drink water too and exercise. Don't say that I said sugar, sugar. You eat a little bit sugar and then you exercise, drain it off. You don't need so much of it. But anyway, thank you, thriving friends. What is the time? We are on our 28th minute. Hi, Jillian. Jillian is my awesome sister in law. Okay. Do you have a sister in law? I have one. Thank you for joining, Jillian. And other thriving friends are online. Please share the video, like the video. Make sure that we have people joining us. Make sure that they know we are live. We are wrapping up. We are wrapping up. We've been talking about occupational wellness. We've been talking about how we can improve our occupational wellness by looking at work life balance. And then we said that work life balance demands paying attention to both your career and personal life. And then we've gone through some points to help us build or improve our work life balance. One thing is to avoid any conception that we need to be perfect. We don't need to be perfect. We have to do our very best every day. The second one is to find something we are passionate about, to find a career that we love, a career that we enjoy, and then we can do it and do it well. And then the third thing is we are going to set boundaries. We are going to make sure that toxic people are not around us. If there are people we can't avoid, we will make sure that we limit the time there. And also, we are going to make sure that we pay attention to work that is important to us and to our family. And then the fourth thing is we are going to set weekly goals, achievable goals, nothing exaggerated, nothing out of the box, things that can be done. Once we get that done, we can keep adding on, but we make sure that we have goals for each week we are getting in. And the next thing is that we are going to unplug, we are going to recharge, we are going to take care of ourselves and our health. It's okay. It's okay for us to take breaks, and we are going to embrace that because it is for us. Just as we do for equipment that we cherish, just as we do for the cars we love, we are going to service ourselves as well. So, thriving friends, thank you so much for joining. What are some of the questions you have? We are on our 30th minute. And you know that it's a working day, so we don't stay online for too long. So, what are your questions? Please share them. What are your takeaway points? Please share them. I'll be turning my head from left to right only because I'm looking on the other platforms as well. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, okay. Something came in. Oh, on Facebook. Okay. I'm seeing the likes, I'm seeing the comments coming in. Please keep them coming. That is awesome. That is awesome. So I appreciate you all. You know, I do. And I wish you all the very best. I want us all to thrive. I think we need to thrive and we need to live well. And we can do that holistically. We can pay attention to all the other areas of our lives. Okay. So until next week, I will see you soon. I will see you soon. I appreciate you. Get out there, keep thriving, work on your wellness, work on your well being. Just like I said, I want to live long. I hope you want to live long. I hope you want to thrive. And I hope you want to thrive with me. So I'll see you, my thriving friends. I don't know what is going on with my nose right now. I started off well, but now it's like my nose is blocking. So it means that's a good time to get offline. Okay. I wish you all the very best. Please take good care of yourselves. Go on and keep thriving. And I'll see you next week. Bye, friends.